Welcome back, welcome back. We have a special interview that we're going to be doing, actually, Ian.
Thank you. No,
yeah.
Not mine.
No, it's not yours.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
We know who you are. We're not really concerned about you. We're interested in very unique people.
Yes, and this is one of them, isn't it?
And this person is actually Warren McCullough, and he's the son of, I forgot
LaVon
McCullough.
Who is local here.
Tax collector at the Boone County tax collecting office over there in the courthouse. And we were contacted by the media relations from the military, and he's over there. Would you be quiet? And he was over at the Berlin Air Show, which is one of the largest in Europe.
How many people come to that?
235,000 people came to this one. We caught up with him September 13th, which is actually last week. So we did that interview with him, and Ian did that interview, and we're going to send it over to him right now.
Thanks, Dan and Ann. Now with us today we have SMSgt Warren McCullough, and he's representing the U.S. Air Force in the Berlin Air Show that's going on right now. And Sergeant McCullough is on the line. How are you, sir?
Yep. Doing well. How about yourself?
Very good, very good. I think our viewers are going to be interested to know that they've got a local boy in Berlin this year. And tell us what you're doing down there.
Right now, I'm the maintenance liaison between the German Air Force and the U.S. Air Force, and also the Berlin Air Show personnel to coordinate maintenance efforts, equipment and servicing, and just to making sure everything's running good as far as the aircraft and what they are needing equipment-wise.
A very important job, I'm sure. Tell us how you got to where you are right now. I mean, were there some qualifications you had to get to be a part of the air show?
Yes, sir. There's, part of it has to do with the position I sit in. I work on headquarters USAFE, and I'm basically sitting there as a liaison between a lot of different agencies that way too. I proved myself in that, and then in regards to, then I ended up being chosen as the maintenance boss for the Berlin Air Show.
Now we're told that you're from the Harrison area. Tell us about your family and your raising here.
Yes, I was basically born and raised my entire life up until 23 years old when I joined the Air Force. 1985 graduate of Harrison High School, go Jobs. And then we also I worked around there for a little bit, went to college, and then decided that I needed to go on a little bit more with my life, so I chose the Air Force. Not really sure what I was going to do, and 22 years later, I'm still doing it and enjoying every minute of it.
Awesome, awesome. We're proud you're happy. Well, tell us about the air show. I know it draws a huge crowd there in Berlin. What would people expect to see if they were there right now?
Right now, you have a little bit of many different aircraft around from around the world. It's a combination of a trade show and an air show. Trade shows are different agencies kind of giving out or showing their different products off, and so we're here kind of supporting that also. So the first 4 days of this is the trade show, and then the last 3 days is actually the public, the air show demonstrations, flying demonstrations, many different aircraft. You see A400s, you see the Airbuses, RC-17s, RC-130s, F-16s, HH-72s, and then you see F-4s, Eurofighters, everything else from like the German Air Force, and just many different types of aircraft are here.
Neat. Well, tell me about the air show. Why is the United States being represented in Berlin?
United States, we're here to basically showing our support for the Germans. Is the biggest reason why we're here, because we are a close ally of them, and we want to show that we are in support of what they are doing, both basically through their military. Our militaries work together quite a bit, but we also want to show to the world that this is what we have. This is what we want to present, and we enjoy working well with the different countries that we work together with.
Very good. Well, Sergeant McCullough, is there anything that you'd like to say to anyone here in Harrison or the surrounding area?
I'd just like to say hello to my family, my mom and dad, Bill and Vaughn McCullough, and my little sister, Rebecca and her husband, Leash, and my nieces, Caitlin, Aubrey, and Olivia, and just tell everybody I miss them, and I will, at some point, I will be home to see everybody.
Great. Well, what's next for you, I should say?
When I get done with the air show here, I'll be going back to my home base, which is Ramstein Air Base, Germany, and continuing doing my regular day-to-day job, which is basically controlling personnel movement and stuff like that between many different bases here in USAFE, helping each one make sure that they have the right amount of people to do the job they need to do.
Very good. Well, Sergeant McCullough, we commend you for the work that you do there, and thank you for representing the United States there in Berlin, and want to appreciate you for doing the interview with us today. Thank you, sir.
Not a problem. The only other thing I'd like to say is just to everybody back home, thank you for the support you give us, because without that support, what we do here, it would be a whole lot harder.
Absolutely.
And I speak for everybody in the military. We really appreciate everything, all the support that everybody gives us.
Absolutely. Very good words. Well, Sergeant McCullough, thank you so much. And Dan and Ann, back to you.
Thanks, Ed, for that interview, and thank you so much for joining us this week. We'd like to thank all the guests that have been on the show today, and thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.